Hello my YouTube friends, Late Boy Scout here, and that little speck you see in the middle of your screen right now is the Cold Steel Mini Tough Light. I did a review on this recently, and in that review I mentioned that this was the first of a handful of knives from Lynn Thompson's Special Projects, also known as the Cold Steel Catalog, that I was quite interested in. This is a pretty sweet little knife for what it is, for its weight, for its utility, for its price. Really cool little knife. Like I mentioned though, there are a handful of other knives that I was very interested in from that catalog, and I'll put a couple of them on the table right now. Yeah, let's take this one off because we're not going to talk about it yet. Right now, let's get into the Cold Steel medium-sized Voyager clip point blade shape. Yeah, there's kind of a mouthful. I wish it was just, one name for this knife. But the fact of the matter is, there are 3 different sizes of Voyagers, and there are also 3 different blade types. So 9 Voyagers all around. No, that's not true. Hold on a second. Oh, some math. I got to do some math here. There are also, okay, in addition to those 9, there are, oh my gosh, 9 more? Yeah, there's 9 more. You've actually got, so what the crap, 18 Voyagers? Okay, let me just really quickly explain that. What I mean when I say that is there are also, I'll just turn to the page here real quick, in the Lynn Thompson's. Okay, here they show all the serrated and or part serrated versions of the knife. They don't show any of the plain bladed versions. And of these part serrated, there are about 9, yeah. Let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. 9 of the part serrated ones, then you can also get non-serrated ones, which are my personal favorite. And there are 9 varieties of those. So, how that's even relevant, I don't know. But I guess it is sort of relevant, because as you're looking for the Voyager knife, you've got like 18 different ones to choose from. For crying out loud, maybe they should have split the brand up a little bit, split the name up a little bit into, I don't know, a bunch of different ones. Whatever the case, let's go into them briefly. Yeah, there's the clip point right here. In that their catalog, you saw both the Tonto blade shape and the Vaquero blade shape. Real quickly, since I have it here, there is the large Vaquero blade shape. I'll give you a closer look at that in another video. But that large Vaquero blade shape comes both in medium, large, and then extra large, which I don't have an extra large. This one here, the medium, comes in at around $35 to $40 online, perhaps less if you look around, perhaps more if you look around, if you don't look around, whatever. And of course shipping with that. But for that price, you get a pretty decent knife here. You've got the triad lock, which is the most attractive thing about this blade to me. It's a very tough lock, very proven lock by Cold Steel in their testing and all their videos. Aus 8 steel for that blade, and in my experience, Cold Steel treats that pretty well, does a pretty good job with Aus 8. And look at that stone-washed finish. That is really nice. This is something really special about these blades that I wasn't expecting and have been really impressed with. Let me show you the other side. Yeah, that is nice. I really like that stone-washed look. It just looks special, doesn't it? Not any more functional, but very cool. I'll take that over this any day. The painted black blade. Whatever, I guess that's cool too. It's got its purpose, it's got its use, but that is special and very cool. Grivery handles, scales, Grivery handle scales. Under that, you actually have aluminum liners. There's a certain name they have for this type of aluminum liner. Whatever the case, it's pretty tough. And it's basically like your aircraft grade aluminum. Nice stuff, good stuff, hard stuff. Nice pocket clip. They also actually have a pocket clip, a dedicated pocket clip for this side as well as for that side. It curves the other way. So it comes with, yes, 2 pocket clips. Painted black, it's going to wear off. Trust me on that. Okay, Cold Steel Lawman. The paint is chipping on that pocket clip. Expect that to happen with this one as well. Let's take a moment and look at the width of that handle. It's a bit thick for me. I know that's not the case for everybody. Everybody's got a different taste there. But in pocket, I feel like it's a bit thick. In hand, of course, it feels great. But in pocket, I mean, this is an everyday carry blade. You know, it's not one that you just stick in a drawer or leave in the car. The idea is that you have it in your pocket all the time. So I really like that to be pretty thin. Let's show you the Kershaw Orange Zing in comparison. You know, it's a very nice thin blade, very easy to carry. Of course, the Kershaw Pack Rat. Seeing the fact that I'm into orange knives, fairly thinner. Even the Cold Steel American Lawman is thinner. Oh man, come on. Couldn't you have made that just slightly thinner? I wish it was. All right, look, not a big issue for everybody. I'm aware of that. Spyderco Tenacious. Okay, it's not a big issue for everybody. For me, I'd like it to be thinner. Back to the Grivery handle scales. They feel very nice in hand and look very cool with that nice little pattern on it. Sort of a diamond cross pattern, something like that. It's raised up and gives a nice purchase, side to side, top to bottom. Feels good in hand. And that's good because this jimping up here doesn't do much. The blade isn't jimped at all. This doesn't do very much right here. There's no traction in here inside the finger choil. Okay, but what you have here on the Grivery handles makes up for that for the most part, I think. It gives you a good purchase on it, a good grip on it. And with that extra deep, extra protective finger choil, I don't expect that your finger's going to, you know, slide up there anyway in a thrusting motion, as long as you've got a decent grip on the knife. Feels really nice in hand. The balance point is right about there, which just makes it feel very neutral in your hand and very usable for everyday carry tasks, basically anything you want to put this knife to use for. I mentioned the triad locking mechanism, which on this pretty new knife is still a little bit stiff for me. It'll come out fairly fast if you work on that technique a bit. And for me, that technique is basically just getting the thumbnail under there and then using a little bit of wrist. And it works fine. Okay? Fast enough deployment for me. Let's talk about the grip and how it feels in hand, aside from just the balance point. You get about 3 fingers around there in this area, and then the pinky sort of hangs off here, but not really. It sort of has a home just right there on the pommel, which actually, when you close your hand, forces that blade sort of forward, if you get my drift, which is actually pretty useful, you know, for everyday tasks. You want that thing kind of going out in front of you, and that's, you know, the natural position that you're going to hold this in. So, well done, Cold Steel. I like it. Good job on the ergonomics. Also, in general, I think that these Voyagers are, I don't know, leaps and bounds beyond the previous model, these 2011 models. The way that, you know, that handle is just so well contoured to the human hand, and that choil is so pronounced. You've just got a much nicer, much more deliberately designed knife here. I really, really like the improvements that they've come up with. It is full flat ground from the spine down. No hollowness happening there, all flat ground. Clip point blade, of course, with the swedge sort of ground away there. Don't expect that I would ever sharpen that, not for an EDC knife. Thumb studs look nice, have good traction to them. Basically the same as what you get on the Cold Steel Lawman, except of course for the fact that the Lawman is mainly meant to be on one side, it's not meant to be so ambidextrous. However, you do have the opportunity or the option to unscrew that and swap it. Talked about that, I think, in that video. On this one, not necessary because you've got an equal amount of thumb stud on each side. A truly ambidextrous knife, righties and lefties, rejoice, because this knife is for all of us. Ambidextrous pocket clips, ambidextrous thumb stud, ambidextrous locking mechanism. It's neutral in so many ways and perfect for anybody's hand. That's the Cold Steel medium clip point Voyager. I'm the Late Boy Scout. Thank you all for watching. See you later.